In December, pending home sales fell 5.5% from a month prior after 4 straight months of increases. All 4 U.S. regions saw activity fall month over month, with the West Coast experiencing the most significant fall. Here with what it all means for the housing market, we've got Chen Zhao, who is the Redfin head of economic research. Chen, great to have you here with us. I just want to get your reaction to this morning's number.
Hi, thanks so much for having me today. Yes, so pending sales did fall in December. Redfin also has a measure of pending sales that we released about 2 weeks ago, and that showed that pending sales in December was declined about 4.5% relative to November. By all measures, it seems that towards the end of 2024, housing market activity really slowed, and we're seeing that continue into the new year. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that rates really started increasing in November and then through December, as the Fed made it really clear that they were pausing rate hikes.
Now, Redfin found that the typical home is taking nearly 2 months to sell. That's the slowest pace in 5 years, and that would point to what some would call or summarize as kind of stale listings within the market. What's behind that lag?
So what we're seeing right now is this very interesting dynamic playing out in the housing market, where it is both the case that we don't have a lot of new listings, and when new listings come on, a lot of times, those that are especially priced right actually are snatched up really quickly, and it can be competitive. In some cases, you might even see bidding wars for some of those homes. But at the same time, homes that maybe are priced a little bit high or maybe not quite move-in ready, what you're seeing is that they are sitting on the market for a long time. So you're kind of seeing this really interesting dynamic playing out.
And so, is there hope on the horizon for an end to the sluggishness that we've seen in activity?
I think that the housing market is likely to remain fairly sluggish in the near term. However, there's really a lot of uncertainty this year, and a lot of this uncertainty really stems from policies around tariffs or around the government deficit, and a lot of these issues that really drive mortgage rates, whether they go up or down. And so really, depending on where we land on these issues, I think if we do see a little bit of relief in mortgage rates, we could see a decent amount of pickup in the housing market.
We've heard President Trump talk about bringing down mortgage rates and spurring the housing market. Is there anything within the president's realm that he can do to ultimately bring those results?
I think right now, if you're looking at what is keeping mortgage rates really high, I think there's a few fundamental factors. One is that the economy is strong, right? The labor market is very strong, and that's ultimately good news for American households. But that's also keeping the Fed from continuing to cut their policy rate, because inflation is sort of stuck just a little bit above their target rate of 2%, and the economy is not really showing any weakness, so they don't feel any need to be in a hurry to cut. And then in addition to that, what you also see is that there's a lot of uncertainty and fear about tariffs and what that could mean, especially for inflation. And so I think one thing that is very much tied to the administration's policies that could make a difference for mortgage rates in particular is where we land on these tariff policies at the end of the day.
Chen, thanks so much for taking the time here with us today to talk all things housing market. Appreciate it.
Thank you.